Welcome to Africa Insight. In this week's video, I'm joined by my colleague, senior economist Brendon Verster, who wrote about a very interesting story this week. That's Nigeria's oil king Dangote looking at exploring a new plant or moving it from Tanzania to Kenya. Brendon, can you tell us more about this?
Yes, Jervin. So Mr. Dangote initially planned this facility to be in the port city of Tanga in Tanzania, and that's due to its proximity to the East Africa crude oil pipeline. But since then, after doing some studies, they'll probably be moving the facility to Mombasa in Kenya. The results of the studies also showed that the port there has superior port infrastructure. It has a deep water port. So I think from a logistical perspective, that's probably a better option. Kenya is also sort of the regional distribution hub of refined petroleum products. So they import the crude petroleum products and then export it to the rest of the region. So that's probably making a bit more sense.
All right, okay, that's cool. And Brendon, because this, we're struggling with oil capacity because of the war. I know this is a long-term project. What possible long-term benefits would this have for us?
So Jervin, based on what Dangote has said thus far, he plans to replicate his Lagos facility in Mombasa, which is the facility of 650,000 barrels a day. Sure. So obviously with the war going on in the Middle East, having a local source of refined petroleum products safeguards East Africa from disruptions through the Strait of Hormuz as we are currently seeing. But then I think the bigger question is, where will the facility get its oil from?
Yeah,
so we know that Uganda produces oil, the DRC produces oil, and there's also some oil being pumped in Sudan.
Yes.
But ultimately that won't be enough to meet the demands of the facility. We also know that Uganda is building their own refinery, and they will likely prioritize their domestic oil production to that refinery before exporting. And then I also think that it's not maybe viable to rely on oil imports from the Middle East because, if a war breaks out again, oil supplies are cut off, then the facility comes to a standstill. Then the other thing to consider, importing oil from bigger oil producers such as Libya, Nigeria, that presents a massive logistical challenge because how would you get the oil from those countries to Kenya? So there's a lot of uncertainty around what's going to happen. This is probably more so a longer term vision. But I think nonetheless, it's a good thing that we have these sort of refining hubs popping up across Africa. We have Nigeria, we now maybe have Kenya and Uganda, and then we also have Angola in the south and a few African nations up north. So I think Africa is sort of moving into this position of becoming a bit more self-sufficient to safeguard against wars like this.
Yeah. Just on the energy shocks, just another interesting story that you can maybe comment on is Dangote exploring fertilizers. And in one of my countries, Ethiopia, before the war, there was already a crisis, but now it's getting worse because it's another knock-on effect of the war. Could you maybe just comment on that one?
Yeah, so Dangote, this of course was before the war broke out. He is building a fertilizer facility in Ethiopia. With a capacity of 3 million tons a year. So in a recent commentary to Bloomberg, he said that the facility will be ready in 30 months and that he's also upping his stake or his investment from $1.5 to $4 billion, which is quite a lot of money. So he also said that he or his company is planning to build 20 fertilizer blending facilities across Africa. So I think Dangote is really taking stock of Africa's weaknesses. We saw with the petroleum shock. We know that the war in the Middle East is also a concern for fertilizer prices and exports. So he's really taking stock and taking note of Africa's vulnerabilities, and he's really making an effort to improve the continent's resilience to these shocks.
All right. No, thanks, Brendon. I think let's leave it at that. Thank you for joining Africa Insight this week. If you'd like more information on our products or services, please visit our website or socials.